Hello, today is February 1st, 2023. Trading is closed. Let's do our disclaimer and go over our calls. It's my trading plan for tomorrow, February 2nd. Please remember this week I'm busy most of the week and don't have as much time as usual to do my analysis. Any trade you make should be at your own risk. Look for the pattern with the early high, which is this, tends to be a rally day with a high in the final hour. Tomorrow should be the pattern with the early low. We had some targets. We had a target 4,045.68 that printed. The optional target will forget, and ultimately, which means no time limit, 4,021.12 gets added to the list. We are getting close to some targets from last August. We came close to 4157.88, and whether or not it prints tomorrow, it should still print at some time. Now this is a reminder of what we said. We said that I really can't predict what happens when these FOMC meetings come out, and that's certainly true. During the day, all these Fs indicate false moves that MEJT said would retrace. They've all played out, doesn't give us any information for tomorrow. Today was bar 12 of DeMark's combo count. Practically any trade tomorrow other than a collapse at the open could be bar 13, since it doesn't have to obey all the rules. These things just haven't been as good in calling tops as they have been in calling bottoms, but whether or not you want to act on it, we're on the verge of a sell signal. The volatility index is also very low, which is negative, but that doesn't mean we can't go up tomorrow. We're on the verge of a golden cross, and that's very positive. Well, way back last month when we broke through this trend line in a straight line, I said I had a rule that we tend to return to this line at some time. Frankly, I thought that was completely out of reach, but it doesn't look so out of reach now, and you're talking near 4,300. I'm still not certain that's going to happen because we have a Fibonacci 78.6% retrace of this last drop, so there is resistance there, but resistance doesn't have to hold. The question really is how you count these waves here. And I don't think there's just one valid way to do it. Now I had this as one. I was hoping to see an ABC. C keeps moving higher and higher. Until today I didn't have a valid way to count this as wave 3. Because it wasn't a 5-wave structure. But this isn't the only count. You could count this as A and this as B, and that wave if that's C, it's right at the 61.8%. I don't think that's the right count, but it doesn't break any rules. And if it is the right count, you could have this as A, this whole thing as a giant ABC, with that C and that A having a good Fibonacci relationship for ABC. Doesn't break any rules. Then you'd probably look for another wave down, probably equal to that A. Take us back under that low. That's not what I'm looking for at all. But as far as the count's concerned, you could count this as an end of an ABC. That's not the only way to count it. You can count this last business here as an ABC, which is complete, and that could be the start of wave 3. Certainly looks impulsive. And if that's the right count, then you've completed wave 2. This would be the A, that's the B. This last business is the C, which has a FEB relationship to A, although it certainly isn't the FEB relationship I ever look for. And this would be the start of wave 3. So the first thing we looked at was Fibonacci resistance at this high, which is one interpretation, and this is the interpretation we're going to just keep going up. And I'm not much of a guesser either one of those is, I think, a valid interpretation. Now tomorrow's pattern has the early low. It could still gap up. There's Fibonacci resistance at today's high. For that reason, it's important for the bulls to get follow through. I can interpret the wave count in different ways with different implications. We're on the verge of a golden cross, and that's bullish. The volatility index is at an extremely low level, and that's bearish. It's hard to see us collapsing with the golden cross, and it's hard to see us rallying with the volatility index that low. I'm just going to wait to see if we get any follow through tomorrow. Until I see, I'm not going to make a call. There's too many different ways to interpret it, and the pattern's not clear. You don't have to risk money. Tomorrow's pattern has the early low. I'm not going to call it. Bulls need follow through. This is resistance. We'll have to see if they break through. And that's today's non-call.